out of the way. You can see movements as well. I'm gonna make sure I don't do the same thing I did the last time. This up and okay, there we go. Just slide it here for now because we won't be here. Okay, so what we'll do is just go through the format of a warm-up, right? So warm-up is just involved in three processes that you guys obviously know of. Joint mobilization is just joint rotations, and that's just to increase the viscosity of the fluid in the joints. Once you do that, you get the joints ready for any movement. Next, we go to pulse rate. As it states, it's to raise the pulse rate of the body and the heart, and also to increase the temperature of the muscles. And then third, we do dynamic stretching. So before, many years ago, people before their activities, they do static stretching. Stay in place, hold the position, stay in place, hold the position. That science has changed. You now do dynamic movement, which represents the activities that you'll be doing as well. So that's why we take you through like leg kicks, take you through squats, anything that mimics the activity that you'll be doing during the session is a dynamic warm-up. So, right, no worries. You're checking if you're recording. First 30 seconds, we're going to be just nice and light on the spot. Yeah. Second 30 seconds, half knees. And then last 30 seconds, quick feet. Okay, simple as that. So let's start with the joint mobilization at the ankles. Rotate 5 outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change over to the other leg. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We then move to the knees. Rotate to the right 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alternate direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we then get up to the hips. Just do slight sway side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Small circles to the right first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one for the hip. So we focus a lot on the hip because it's probably the biggest joint of the body. You're going to take it up to 90, out to 90, back down. Right, so up, out, back to the center. 5 each leg, 5 this leg, and then 5 to the other leg. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Same leg, huh?
Same leg. 4, 5. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next we go to the shoulders. Rotate backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we don't go forward. I don't go forwards. Guys can go forward. It's not an issue. But there's always, if guys have any injuries, shoulder injuries, bring it forward. Place a little bit more strain on the shoulder joint. So it's not a big deal. You can go forward. Up to you. Next we go for the neck. Rotate front to back from your right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Opposite direction. 5, 4. Nice and slow and control. 3, 2, and 1. Last one. We're going to do with the wrists. You're going to rotate out 5 times and then in 5 times. So out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, perfect. We go straight into the pulse raiser. So just jogging on the spot, nice and light. Just bouncing on the feet. We go for 30 seconds. Nice and easy. Really just starting slow. So the pulse raiser is going through a gradation of intensity. Slow, slightly faster, and then get to competition speed or activity speed. Okay, in 5 seconds we're going to go to half knees. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Half knees. Nice, relaxed breathing. That's it. Yeah, remember the last one, the last 30 seconds, we are going to go quick feet, okay? In 15 seconds time. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. On the arms, on the legs. Keep going, get that heart rate up. 20 seconds, 10 to go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. As you can hear, you're breathing a bit. Okay, that's a warm-up, gents. You know, people believe that a warm-up doesn't need to get to this level. It does. It 100% needs to get your body to heat you up, but also to the competition type of intensity or just below that, right? So you want to be breathing heavy because you're not doing it for like an hour. You're just doing it for 5 minutes. But the next one, we're going to go straight into our dynamic stretch. And we're going to start with floor to ceiling reach. Reach down, and then up onto your toes, reach up to the sky. Okay. Let's go for 10. Down, up onto the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, more, and 10. Okay. Next one, if you need something to support you, that's fine. You're going to do leg swings, forward and back. Just watch your surroundings and make sure you're not going to be hitting anything. So it's straight forward as high as you can, straight back as far back as you can. Let's go for 5. 1, 2, let's go for 8 actually. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, next one, you're going to do a half lunge, and then you're going to expand the chest open, okay? Let's go, 5 each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next one, you're going to do alternating windmill. So reach to the opposite side, hand up on the opposite arm, same thing on the other side. Okay. 5 each side, let's go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. And last one, just to really round it off, jumping jacks, go for 10, nice and easy jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. How are you feeling? No. Good. So, next we're going to go through the 6 movements. But before we get to the 6 movements, the first thing I want to show you is what we call the athletic position, which is the position you'll adopt for any movement, right? If you think about what sports do you play? What sports do you play?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Cricket.
Soccer. Right, so soccer, if I'm running, if I'm defending someone, I'm going to be here with you, right? Here with you. Cricket, if I'm in the field, right? So generally what happens is, if I'm on the boundary, I'm walking in, and then I'm there, right? If I'm close quarters, I'm here. If I'm slip, I'm here. Can you see the common denominator? I'm bent, I'm hunched, I'm in a position of power. So the athletic position is always here.
Prepared to launch.
Prepared to launch, that's the best way I've ever heard it. So legs slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Screwing your heels into the ground. Slight bend in the knee. Slight bend in the hips. Chest up, shoulders back, head neutral. So this position, I can exactly do that. Ready to launch in any position. But also it gives me that strong structure to also absorb. If anything comes down, I can absorb. I can move, but I can also absorb.
Stability.
Stability, 100%. I can't be knocked over easy. Very true, that's exactly it. So from this position, I also now engage my core, because that's going to add that extra level of stability. So from this position, I take a deep breath in, and when I breathe out, I breathe through my diaphragm. They call it diaphragmatic breathing. I breathe down into my stomach. When I reach the end points of that breath, I hold that position, that tension I hold, but I continue to breathe normally. So let's try it. Deep breath in, down, hold that end point. Now I've got that tension. You can breathe now. What you're doing here is learning what it feels like. You don't need to do that whole breath exercise. You want to learn what that tension around the abdominal area, the core area should feel. So let's go through that whole process again. Slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Heel screwed into the ground. Knees slightly bent. Hips slightly bent. Chest out, shoulders back, head neutral. Let's engage the core. Deep breath in. Out hard. Okay, you can feel that tightness in the center region. Right, that's what we want. First exercise, and this is going to be easy because you guys know most of them, is the squat. So the squat, as you see, stay in my athletic position. From here, I'm going to drop my hips back and down.
Athletic position.
Yeah, athletic position, right? If I'm doing a squat and I've got weight on my back, this is where I'm going to be. Even if I'm just doing a normal squat, this is where I'm going to be. From here, I drop my hips back to parallel with the ground. My thighs should be as parallel as possible or even lower. My knees must not go beyond my toes. My back must be straight from my hips up to my cervical spine. So what that should look like is from here, straight down, and back up. Right? Straight down. You can use the mirror as your guide as well, and straight back up. No rounding of the back, no hyperextension, nice straight tight core, down and straight back up. Let's go for 5 together. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1 and up. 2, yeah, good. 3, 4, one more, and 5. Okay, that's the main thing you want to watch with guys. Just tell them knees don't go beyond the toes. Keep the back straight. That's the easiest coaching tip. The next one, from that position, you want to go into a lunge. So with the lunge, I want the guys to go forward first and then down. Don't make it a one motion movement. There's a lot of torsional force on that knee. So forward, control, down, up, back. Right? Next one, forward, down, up, and back. You do 5 each leg, okay? Same principle applies. Knee doesn't go beyond the toes. Back is still straight. Let's go for 3 each leg. Let's go. 1, up and back. Lots of cleaning and cracking. 2, 3, 4, 5, one more, and 6. Easy peasy. You guys got it perfect. Nothing to move on with that. The next one gets a bit complex for some. The hip hinge movement. So a deadlift, good morning, kettlebell swing, are all hinge movements. A jump is a hinge movement. Right? So the hinge from here, same athletic stance. I push my hips back. Right? Keep my knees locked. I'm not squatting. Yeah. So if I'm in this position, hips go back to bring my torso parallel to the ground. My knees are staying locked. So from there, hips back and back up. Back and back up. It's not a squat. So exactly like you're doing is perfect. Right, so let's go for 5. Remember, everything still stays up. Let's go 1 and up. 2, 3, good. 4 and 5. This is the most athletic.
But he's bending his knee.
Do it again. Do it again.
Look this.
No, he's fine.
Okay.
So bending the knee, you see there's going to be a natural bend because of your hip, but it's not bending the knee.
Okay.
Right, so it's locked, but there will be a movement in the knee. It won't be a bend. So do it again so you can see. Yeah, good, it's locked. It's the hip that's moving out, which is perfect. Now this is the most athletic position or the most athletic movement you'll do. Because if I sprint, right, if I'm sprinting, it's an extension of my hip. If I'm jumping, I always jump like that. I don't squat and jump. I propel up.
So that you hope.
Yeah, so it's hinge movement is probably the most powerful movement you actually have to do. Next exercise, quite easy, is our pushing and our pulling. Right, so we can do a push up first, and then we're going to do a push in a push-up position. So the only caveat here is when I'm pushing up, because I've got a weight above me, and I've got a force compressing down on me, I like to split my stance. Right, so there's 2 ways you can do it. It's obviously the normal position that we're in. But here I like to split my stance. Why do you think I split my stance?
To spring.
To spring.
No. To balancing.
To balance, right? I've got a weight coming down the center line of my body, right? If I sway either way, I got better control, right? So that's the idea behind it. So from this position, now I want to teach us how to breathe as well, which we know, but let's focus on it. So when I push up, I breathe out. When I come down, I'm breathing in. Okay, let's do 5 of those. Hands in neutral position, breathe out, going up, breathe in, coming down. Other way, breathe out, going up, breathe in, coming down. One more. So the objective here is create tension with breathing in, lowering, release tension with the weight, pushing up.
So
adds
if
an
you
extra
breathe
bit.
out, going up, you lose the weight or what?
No, you don't lose the weight. What it does is,
Strength.
you see, you build up. They call it intra. I can't remember. It's pressure inside. Pressure inside the lungs. There's pressure inside the torso, right? So everything becomes strong and compact. And then when you release, it's like assisted force. It's helping you release out. So you know when you
So
do.
is this natural or you have to create it yourself?
No, sometimes it's natural, right? But sometimes it's not,
No,
because
once,
guys,
once you have air in your body,
think of a balloon.
yeah,
Exactly that. So a
It's
balloon,
coming out with
Yeah.
pressure.
it's the pressure you push out.
Give
the balloon.
you-
But I think
It's not
normally,
natural.
normally sometimes, it's not like that. Someone would like to breathe in when you're going out. You see?
Yeah, you know what happens?
depends.
Guys don't breathe at all.
Mhm.
They keep the intravascular, that's
Mhm.
intravascular pressure inside the lungs. They keep it
Yeah, like
because
that.
they want to keep that tightness.
Like
The problem with keeping the
the
tightness
pressure is inside and you can.
exactly. But the problem is the body is not circulating the blood. Body is not circulating the oxygen. So you can build up intravascular pressure is in there.
And
Also
you rupture
vascular,
muscles.
it also means intravascular in the blood. Have you seen guys who get the big veins because they're holding their
where's eyes become
eyes
red.
get red, and guys who do deadlifts do that. And some of them bleed through the nose,
Yeah.
bleed through the eyes because they're
Rupture
keeping all that pressure in.
muscles.
Relax it. So simple. We don't necessarily need it, but it's a good practice because we're not using heavy weights. We're not using exceptionally heavy weight. The heavier the weight is, you've got to focus on that.
Yeah, yeah.
100% have to focus on that. All right, and also it's going to teach you to control the core. Because if I'm breathing in, I'm also tightening up at the same time. Yeah. So if I'm breathing in, coming up, squat. I've got everything tight. Right, so it helps in also contracting that core a little bit more. Right. Okay, so next one, push up. Very straightforward. Let's get down onto our. I'm not getting the video there. On the knees. So the first thing, hands under the shoulders. Gents always want to take it a little bit wider than shoulder width. The idea with directly under the shoulder is to keep the exact same thing we're talking about this whole time, tension. You want to keep the tension close to the body. So from this position, hands directly under the shoulders, legs out straight. It should be a straight line from your ankle, through your knees, through your hips, to your cervical spine. From here, drop down, and as you come up, you push out, you're breathing out at the same time. Dropping down, breathing in. Go for 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And that's it. Perfect. Perfect position. This is very natural for many guys just because it's one of the first things you do, but it's not really a natural movement, to be fair. I mean, how often are we on the ground pushing things up? Not often at all. The most natural position for pushing is standing upright, one leg in front of the other, pushing with your legs. Right? This is just supporting, but push-up is not really a natural position unless you're an animal. All right, so the next thing is pulling. So pulling from the top, exactly the same thing. Now with pulling from the top, I don't need to take a split stance. It's not a compressive force. I'm pulling it towards me, right? So it's not going to have the same impact. So yeah, I can do the exact same thing. If I'm on the machine, I'm seated. My body is neutral, upright, or slightly bent, but for now, we just keep a nice neutral body. Our arms are about, what is this angle? I don't know, 80 degrees, right? Not completely straight up, 80 degrees. But when I pull, this is the important part, I pull towards my torso. I'm pulling as close as possible, my elbows bringing as close as possible to my torso. Not out here, as close as possible. I'm going to squeeze my lats coming down, okay? So from here, squeeze, bring it down as far as you can until your elbows come close
So
to your
this
torso.
one is opposite. You breathe out when you are
Correct. This is the one where it gets confusing, and I get confused as well. So as you're coming down, you breathe out. and going up, you breathe in. So let's go for 3. One more. Now, the opposite of that is horizontal, and this can be horizontal, but for most of the exercises we do is going to be bent over. So in the hinge position, right, you want the torso just about parallel, hands here, and again, elbows as close to the body as possible, because that's where you're going to really work the back muscles. So let's go. 2 more. That's done. Easy as that. Next exercise, last exercise, is going to be rotation. So from a movement perspective, when I rotate, I need support from the opposite side of the body. So if I'm rotating to my left, my right hip, knee, ankle needs to follow where I'm going. So I'm talking about the movement specifically. If I'm going to the right, same story, I pivot and I want to face that way. That's teaching the movements. If I want to strengthen the muscles, you can see as part of our program we do Russian twists. That's strengthening the muscles to help me be stronger in this movement. But in the natural sphere, if I'm carrying the hose and I need to propel, and rotating my hips. And I'm rotating my hips to get me moving forward. That's going to be the power I need. That's just an example. I'm not going to stand there and just pull. Right? I need the rotation to help me. So let's start with the movement first. Moving from right.
There's a pivot.
It's a pivot, 100%. Pivoting off the toe, but rotating my torso. So I'm going to go from right to left. I'm going to pivot off my right leg to make sure it's aiming that direction I'm going. Let's go 5 that side, alternating each time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, come back to the center, opposite side. 1, to side. 2, 2, 3, 3. Now remember, and this is what I'm seeing now with the silence, athletic position doesn't change.
Okay.
And no stretching, not stretching. Keeping everything tight. Everything's tight here.
Don't move the legs.
The legs move,
Okay.
but you're stretching. When you stretch, you lose the tension. Right? So you don't want to stretch, you want to keep everything tight. Because here you're trying to control the
Like this.
rotation movement. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to put any pressure on the low back. So keep everything nice and tight. Okay, let's try 3 more each side. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1, back. 2, yeah, much better. 2, upper body, always. 3, yeah, 3. Also, if you think about it in boxing, if I'm boxing, right, rotation is where my hook comes from. Boom! Right, that's what it's going to be. It's not only the hands that are moving. Okay, so we've got all 6 movements. Let's go through them again. Let's start with our athletic stance. Legs slightly wider than shoulder width. Screw the heels into the ground. Slight bend in the knee. Slight bend in the hip. Chest out, shoulders back, head neutral. Let's engage the core. Deep breath in, push to the stomach. Okay, core is good. Let's go for 2 squats from this position. 1 and 2. I'm going to take a step back. Let's do 2 lunges. 1, 2. Let's do 2 hinges. Right from this position, hinges, 2 hinges. 1, 2. Right, split stance. Let's go for push. 2 pushes up. 1, 2. In the same vein, let's do 2 pulls down. 1, 2. Right. Let's go for pulls again. Bent over, hinge movement, pulling towards the side of the body. 1, 2. Down for push-ups. 2 push-ups. Right, and up. Let's go. 1, 2. And then to end off, stand up for a rotation. We're going to go 2 each side to end up. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's go to the left first. 1. Keep that upper body nice and straight. 1, 2, 2. There you go. Any questions? Any concerns? So this forms the base movement. As an example, if I'm doing a squat, right? I've taught you the squat. You do the full squat, right? If I'm doing a regress version, I do a half squat. If I'm doing another version of the squat, I can do a single leg squat. Everything stays the same. Jump squat, still squat position. So as long as you know the mechanics of the movement and you keep that in your mind, whatever exercise we throw in, we just kind of adapt very slightly by keeping the same movement mechanics. Make sense?
Yes.
All good?
Yes.
Thank you for coming, gents. Class, we're done. Right, I'm gonna get the content to you via email.
Okay.
I think we're gonna get certificates as well for the guys. And we'll share them with you
Okay.
as soon as
Thank you,
possible.
Nicholas.
Thanks a lot, gents.
When you
Yes.
go there, just